Welcome everybody to another episode of On the Mic with Michael Flix. As always, very happy to be back in this seat, back on the show, talking to you guys about sports and lots of other things going on here in San Diego, man. I'm happy to be back. First things first, man. I told myself I'm going to stop doing this because I'm going to just speak my mind and give my opinions because this is my show. But I did want to clear some things up because people got part of what I said misconstrued. And I feel like I was responsible in my verbiage and the way I said it. But I guess, it was misinterpreted and people took it a different way when I was talking about athletes having interest in other things and trying other things. I had a few people reach out to me with respect, but I had a few people reach out to me and saying that it might not be the best message, and then you telling athletes to not go hard for what they believe in. That's literally the opposite of what I said. I was pretty sure I said to go hard and pursue your dreams wholeheartedly. I mean, hell, that's what I'm doing. And in my photography career, on this show, even on my podcast, I'm going hard and pursuing my dreams. I absolutely am. But this is not all that I do. I don't only just sit down and talk. I'm also interested in the production side of things. I'm also interested in the cameras and in the audio and in the mics and lighting. And so I'm learning about that as well as being on the camera speaking. So when I was talking about that, I was saying, yes, if your dream is to be a professional basketball player, do everything you can to be a professional basketball player. Go to your workouts 2 and 3 times a day. Spend 4 hours, 4 hours per workout, and go work out with all the best trainers and perfect your craft. Absolutely. But I was saying, along with that, while you're doing that, find time or create time to look into other things and just try and taste different things. Shout out to Gary Vee, man. I listen to a lot of what Gary Vee says, and that's one of his big things. That's one of his big things. He says go out and just try things. Go out. You got to taste things so you can know like what you're going to be good at and what you're going to spend your career and what you're going to spend your life doing. And that's all I was saying, man. Believe me, I've been a basketball coach before. I've been a trainer before. Hell, I've been an athlete before. And so I know what that feels like to want it that bad and to grind that hard until you get it. And so that's all I was saying. Just while you're an athlete, while you're pursuing your sport, just try different things, man. Whether it's videography, whether it's sewing, whether it's, designing mugs, whatever you want to do, just try other things so that way at the end of your playing career, whenever that happens, whether it's at the end of college or, at the end of your pro career, you have something that you can go into. Not everybody wants to be a coach and a trainer after they get done playing. You know what I'm saying? And you can find other things. Perfect example. Hopefully you guys already watched it, but I had a great interview with my man Tyler B. Free on my other show, Link Up with Michael Flix, and that was what he talked about. He talked about getting his senior year in high school just being burnt out. A lot comes with being an athlete, whether it's injuries and playing time and everything. But he just said he was burnt out. He had been grinding at it, his whole life. And he got to his senior year and he was just burnt out. And fashion was something he always wanted to look into. And so when he was done playing basketball, he looked into fashion, and now he's doing well. He's got a clothing company and a bag company that are doing well, and he's a dope dude. He's gonna be doing a lot of dope things. So yeah, man, that's all I was saying, man. Look into other things while you're pursuing your passion. Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me, kind of jump in here. But
absolutely, anytime.
Definitely, just wanting to support people to pursue their dreams, but we do have kind of a skewed view of things. Let's say here in America. Right? And so one thing I want to point out is wholeheartedly pursue your passion, but also keep the 10,000-hour rule in mind, right?
Very true.
But not from the point of being daunting. 10,000 hours is roughly 5 years, okay? And let me kind of break that down just a little bit. If you intensely study anything for about a year, you're going to be perceived as something of an expert in that, right?
Right.
And just think of it as only 1 year. Mm-hmm. And then again, 10,000 hours, do it for 5 years, and you're fundamentally going to get as good as you're going to get, right? Mm-hmm. But as long as 5 years sounds, if you're a young man, 5 years, nothing.
Right.
You can spend all of your teens going hard on basketball, doing the basketball to your utmost ability, and at the end of your teens, at the end of your 10,000 hours, you discover ain't making it in the pros. You're just 20 years old, 21.
Yep.
Spend the next 5 years becoming the best painter you can become.
Absolutely.
Right? So there's plenty of life for a young person to put in their 10,000 hours in several different things. And the final thing I'll say is, and then it's never too late. There's a famous artist named Grandma Moses, okay, that didn't start painting until she's like 65. And then that's where she made her fame, right?
Mm-hmm.
So go hard, but there's lots of life.
Mm-hmm.
And if after the 10,000 hours, you haven't gone pro as a basketball player, as a painter, as a singer, as whatever, okay, maybe you need to be putting in 10,000 hours someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be your path to fortune.
Mm-hmm. And also, and with that, thank you so much, Wade. You always put what I'm trying to say, you like say it the most eloquent way possible. Thank you so much. And also, and with that, and with trying other things, there's no shame in putting something down and going to something else. There's no shame in that. I know for me, I fell into that myself. In my right after I graduated high school, I wasn't sure what my major was going to be in college. And then I took up music because at the time I was writing, I was playing the drums, I was playing the piano, and so I majored in music when I first started college. And like I said, I was rapping, I was going to the studio, I was writing music, I was helping other people write music. I was full in. I was trying to do the music thing. I even went to Cerritos College and was studying music business and music production at Cerritos College. They got a really good, it's funny that I'm doing radio now. They have a really good radio and music program there, and I dabbled in it. I actually had one of my songs played on the school's radio station, which was pretty cool. But I'm saying all that to say, when I was doing music, when I decided to stop, I wasn't sure what I was doing. I knew I was going to, pursue childcare all out, but when I stopped doing music, part of it was like, man, I got friends who aren't going to stop. And I have friends that are going to continue to rap and continue to write and continue to play instruments. And if I step away, it's going to look like number one, like I wasn't good enough to keep going, or like I quit, or like I don't care about it the same anymore. And the truth was probably that I didn't care about it the same anymore. But whatever the truth is, it doesn't matter. It's your path. It doesn't matter what the person to the left or the right or in front or behind you is doing. Whatever your path is, it is your path. And there's no shame in if you don't want to play ball anymore. I know it's crazy because this is a sports show, but there's no shame in if you don't want to play ball anymore and you just don't play ball and pursue other things. There's no shame in that. Or if you don't want to play basketball and you want to go do football, or if you want to go do baseball, what I'm saying is your path is your path. And don't worry about what other people are going to say while you're running your race. You let them run their race. Don't mention their race. Talk about you and your race and just run your race and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Believe me, this is from experience. This is somebody who had to go through this himself, looking to the left and the right and worrying about other people. And then I got all the way focused on myself, and that's when things really started to work out for me. Actually, perfect example of this. I was talking about this on the other show. I seen my photography career. First of all, my creation got better. The way I make my videos got better, and my career in photography started to, I don't want to say take off, but yeah, it started to take off when I stopped following. I literally unfollowed all the people on Instagram, all the like content creators that I thought were dope. All the ones that were doing sports videos that I thought were dope, except for one here in town, and he's the homie. I told him he's the best here in town. That's why I still follow him. He's super dope. But even him, I try not to watch his stuff too much. You know what I mean? And the reason I did that, the reason I unfollowed everybody I thought was dope is because I found myself trying to do what they were doing. I was trying to create in the way they were creating. And there's a few reasons why you shouldn't do that. Number one, it's just not original. It's not originally from your brain and your thought and your creation. That's number one. And then number two, for me, in my situation, I just wasn't as good as them yet with shooting or with editing. I wasn't as good as them yet. And with that, I had an older camera and just my equipment wasn't up to the level as some of these other people that I was following. And so me fighting against all of that, trying to do what they're doing, I was doing like a watered down version, like a poor man's version of these videos that I was seeing. And I noticed that myself. I noticed that myself. So I was like, you know what? I need to stop looking at everything else. I unfollowed everybody, stopped trying to do what everybody else was doing, and just focused in on me and what I thought was dope and the way I create. And it paid off, man. People's like, yo, that was dope. Or I see you working, I see you getting better. And it really started to take off for me when I stopped paying attention to other people and I just focused on Michael Flix. I'm going to run the Michael Flix race and not care what the person to the left or the right is doing. And that's when it really, really took off for me. Go ahead, Wade.
Yeah, I'm gonna appreciate you letting me throw one more thing in, just to kind of get real, I guess. There's only one person that you got to please. There's only one person that you have to, let's say, impress. There's only one person that matters truly to your success: the man in the mirror.
Absolutely.
And to break it down, if you can at midnight go look at yourself in the mirror and do a gut check and go, did I do everything I possibly could to achieve the dream I want? It's my dream, right? When you can look that man in the mirror, woman in the mirror, right, and go, I did everything I could. I gave it all, right? That's your path to success. But if you can't look that person in the mirror and go, I gave it all, you're going to have issues, right?
That's real. That's real. So real. Thank you, Wade. And yeah, anytime you want to chime in, man, you're more than welcome. Just give me the signal, and you're more than welcome to chime in anytime. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off my soapbox and get to the matters at hand, if you will. The Friday morning runs in Vista are back. We haven't done it for like maybe a month or so, maybe three to 4 weeks. But they're back. We was out there last week. We had a good, I want to say like 15 to 20 guys out there. But like I said last week, we want to turn it back up and have a good 30 guys out there like it was before. It was a really good run yesterday, though. Really good run. Every game got to like really get intense because there wasn't a whole bunch of people waiting, and like the games could be a little bit longer. So it was dope. But that's not necessarily, it was dope, but it's not necessarily ideal. So yeah, man, the Friday morning runs at 8:30 in Vista are back. The Monday afternoon and Thursday evening runs are still going in La Mesa. My guy Aaron Felix, y'all know about that. From what he calls it and what it looks like, the #1 open run in San Diego, man. A little bit of everybody is stopping through there and playing in there. Everybody getting their game up. Everybody working hard. So it's really dope, man. If y'all want to hoop Fridays, Mondays, or Thursdays, I just told y'all the place to be. Also, speaking of Mondays, we're starting a Monday run up in North County at Rancho Bernardo. I'm not going to give the address out just yet because we're still trying to, finalize some things. But myself and my guy Gabe Macias, I believe I'm saying his last name right. I actually used to coach him, one of the assistant coaches at the school he was at. I won't say, I trained him a couple times actually. But anyway, he's the owner of Game Time Elite Training. He and I are going to be hosting a run on Monday at 4 p.m. at Rancho Bernardo. It is an outdoor run, but any outdoor run that I'm talking about, that I'm giving information on, it's gonna be solid. It's gonna be good. The floor is never gonna be slick and you slide and you don't have your feet up under you. Everything that any outdoor run that I talk about is gonna be solid. Good rims, good nets. The ground is good. Everything, man. So if you want to come hoop on Monday evening at 4:00 and you're in North County, or if you want to make the drive up to North County, we're gonna be 4:00 Monday and Rancho Bernardo. Let's see what else we got here. Dang, was that it? No way. Where'd my notes go? One thing I did want to mention, though, another thing I wanted to mention about the show, I went and did a podcast. I've been linking up with different podcasters here in San Diego. I went and did a podcast called the Random Gold Podcast. I thought they were comedians, actually, because I stayed dying, busting up laughing when I'm watching their show, when I'm listening to their podcast, rather. But I went and did their show, and they asked me, they were asking me about this show, On the Mic with Michael Flix. And they were saying, like, is your show for all sports or is it just basketball? And I was telling them, I was like, it's supposed to be all sports, but all my guests have been hoopers so far, like within the basketball community. And I was like, it's probably my fault because I'm all into basketball. The majority of the content I make is basketball, and then the artwork that I have here is you know what I'm saying, is a basketball portrait. But I did want to clarify, this show is for everybody. This show is for everybody, no matter what sport you play. no matter what, not even just sport. Like if you're doing something dope in San Diego and you wanna like I always say, you wanna, promote what you're doing or talk about something that's upcoming. My show is for everybody doing something positive and that needs help spreading the word, man. So it's not just for hoopers. Basketball is my favorite sport, the sport I watch, the sport I play, but I love all sports. I love all of San Diego. So if anybody in San Diego, regardless of the sport or whatever you do, if you want to come and be a guest on the show, you're more than welcome. Speaking of that, man, I've reached out to a few football players. I really, really, really want to have a football player on the show, man. I want to talk to a football player about the grind of being a football player and the difference, how much different it is, grinding for football rather than basketball or baseball or other sports. Because like I told you guys before, I've played football and I know what that grind is like. And so I'd really, really, really like to talk to a football player, here on the show, or coach, or GM or whatever. I actually talked to somebody from the San Diego Strike Force, in the Arena League here in San Diego. Hopefully, I'll be interviewing one of them soon. But I mean, I said that about Vanessa Lemon, and that didn't happen for like 7, 8 episodes. But it is what it is. Um, Before I forget to do it, gotta shout out the Black owned brands real quick. I don't know if I've ever shouted her out, but sweet lady that makes all my mugs. This one's got my picture on there, and it's got on the mic on the other side, it's the show mug. TNR Creations, to never replace. TNR Creations 2019 is her Instagram handle. She's dope, man. She makes masks, all kinds of clothing, mugs, thermoses, all kinds of stuff, man. Black owned as well. So, man, if you want some custom mugs or t-shirts or hoodies or visors or anything, man, hit her up. TNR Creations 2019 on Instagram. And then also I've shouted him out before, but not this line in particular. Trill Consciousness. Y'all have seen this hat and this Above the Noise logo pretty much on all the stuff that I've worn, because I got a lot of items from the Above the Noise collection. But this is also from Trill Consciousness. Spiritual Savage is what it says. Spiritual Savage. I've been wanting this shirt for a minute, but I haven't been able to connect with my guy. And I don't like shipping costs, man. So all the black-owned brands here in San Diego, I've been reaching out to all of them like, man, can I just come and pick it up from you directly? When I buy stuff, I want to have it instantly. I don't want to pay for shipping costs. I don't want to have to wait for it. So I'm that dude. If I can come and pick it up from you directly, that's what I'm trying to do, man. So TNR Creations and Trill Consciousness. If you need something, if you need anything, go and talk to them. I want to start a sports, like a sports content show where we do a little bit of everything, where we talk sports, we come together once a week or maybe twice a month, and we come together, sit around the round table and just talk about sports, talk about, different performances that we've seen in different games, different organizations, different programs, and how they're running things. The social aspect of it, the community aspect of it. I wanna start a show where we talk sports, where we got athletes, where we got coaches, maybe we got somebody from the CIF board, maybe somebody like Paul Rudy, who's been doing PPR for a long time. I know I got lofty goals, some of these people that I'm mentioning, but it is something that I want to do, man. I really, really, I think that'd be dope. The sports, not just basketball, but the sports community in San Diego is growing every day. It's getting doper every day, and I want to help. I want to be a part of it for number one, and then also I just want to help with the content creation with a lot of it, man. So yeah, I'm putting that in the atmosphere, man. If you're interested in being on a show, on a sports show where you sit around, debate, even talk sports and give your opinions on sports, reach out to me, man. I'd love to talk to you, and we can really get the ball rolling on that. The San Diego Surf. I know I'm jumping around a lot. Like I said, I lost my notes, so I'm just freestyling here. The San Diego Surf. I'm pretty sure nobody can go, but they have their first game of the season this Sunday, November 1st, in San Marcos. Well, it's in San Elijo at the Play by Play Productions gym. I'm trying to pull up their page so I can, because they have a link to where you can watch the games of San Diego Surf. They got a cool little team, the San Diego Surf. Let me see. San Diego Surf Basketball.com. So on Sunday the 1st, if you go to www.sandiegosurfbasketball.com, you'll be able to stream the game, their opening game against the Tucson Buckets. The Tucson Buckets are pretty good. Last year when I was working with the Kings, we went up to Tucson and played against the Buckets, and then they came down and played down here. The Tucson Buckets are pretty good, man. So yeah, man, tune in on Sunday if you want to watch the San Diego Surf. You want to watch a local team play some basketball. I know everybody dying to watch some basketball, so tune into that, man. Also, there's gonna be, you know what? I don't know how official that is, so let me not say that. Another thing I'm looking to do as well. I'm trying to put together like a consistent open run, like we've been, where it's more invite only though. Where it's invite only. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do that. I actually got the idea from someone else. They're doing it. I think it might even be today. They're doing it, and it was like you had to sign up, and they put a cap on how many guys were gonna be there, and they were gonna really be controlling the basketball environment. I want to do that, but I don't want it to just be like just a pop up and every now and again. I want it to be like a monthly thing where on the 20th or on the 5th or whatever day of every month that you can show up and get a solid quality basketball run in. I was about to give you guys the other idea that I have another thing I've been planning to do, but I'm actually going to go meet with somebody either today or tomorrow about that and make it real official. So when it's more official, I'll have more info on that, but it is basketball related. So a fun time coming for basketball pretty soon if I can get this thing rolling. Yeah, man, y'all know me, man. I'm trying to create. I'm trying to establish different things. Trying to make my mark here in San Diego and in the sports and basketball community, man. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things. I'm gonna be bouncing ideas off of a lot of different people, man. So y'all jump on board and give me some help, man. Even if I don't have help, I'm gonna do it. If what I'm saying, if nobody helps me, I'm gonna do it myself. But everything is always easier with help. It takes a village, man. So y'all reach out and help me out if y'all can, man. I'd appreciate any and all help I can get. Also, not gonna give any names, but two people, well, more than just two, but two people here in San Diego have reached out to me. They're interested in starting shows, starting sports, like podcast type shows and different content, and they want my help. So that's gonna be coming real soon, man. It's gonna be some sports. One is actually two hoopers, two high school basketball players here in town, and the other ones are some adults. But either way, it's dope. It's dope. So there's gonna be some more sports and basketball content coming to San Diego very, very soon, man. And I'll say it again: if you are interested and you want some help getting your show off the ground and you want to start your show, please feel free to reach out to me, man. I would love to help you out. It's something that I'm really interested in. I'm really when I'm not editing, I'm doing homework on production, on lighting, on mics, on cameras, on angles, on everything. Whenever I'm not editing, I'm studying and doing homework, man. So I'm gonna be dope at it. Let me just say that I'm gonna be dope at it, man. So and this is something that's gonna happen, man. So reach out to me, man. Let's create together. Oh, one last thing before I get out of here, and this is not related to sports. I've told you guys before that the reason I got a camera is because I wanted to shoot some short films. I'm about to start shooting one, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. I already got the lead role. For it. I already have everything. I got the script all laid out. I've already went and talked to a few of the businesses. I've not went and talked to, but reached out online and phone calls. A couple of the businesses that I'm going to use for I was about to say the movie, but for the short film. It's going to be dope, man. It's going to be dope, and I already have some other things already fully planned out, already written. I just got to find the people that want to act, that want to be on screen. So if you're interested in acting in a small capacity, y'all know I'm not, it's not big yet, but it will be. If you're interested in doing some acting, very, very small. The first movie, there's not going to be any talking. It's just acting. It's just walking. It's no talking in it. It's just acting. But the ones after that, there will be speaking parts. You will be like really doing some acting. And I think it's dope. I think it's dope. It's actually something I might try to get into myself. But yeah, man, I'm shooting some short films, and I need people. I need on-screen talent. So if you're interested in doing some acting, reach out to me, man, and we could talk about it and try to iron out the details. Like I said, I apologize, man. I don't know what happened to my notes in my phone, but that's all I have for you guys today. I had to freestyle pretty much this whole show. But I'm here and I did the show, and I didn't want to take a week off, so I'm glad I came in and I did the show. I'm gonna try to keep the show going. We might hit a hiccup in the next like 3 to 4 weeks, But I'm gonna do my best to keep the show going and keep everything coming. I'm getting a lot of good feedback, man. People were telling me that they like the show. I actually had somebody reach out from LA telling me that he been watching my videos and he think the show is dope. It's real positive, and that, you know, I need to keep pushing forward, man. So, you know, when I hear things like that, and then also when I'm done with the show, and my guy Wade's got people in here that's been doing radio for 25 years, and they're giving me compliments about like things that I'm doing and how, and you know, just what they hear from me. And these are dudes that are experienced in this space, and they telling me that I'm doing the right thing, and it just gives me that added motivation. It puts the battery in my back to keep going, man. So I'm definitely gonna keep going, gonna keep creating content, and I'm gonna keep this show going. So yeah, man, I appreciate everybody who rocks with me, anybody who, you know, gives me compliments, or even if you don't, even if all you do is just double tap on my videos or watch my videos on YouTube, I appreciate it. I do want more people to subscribe. I'm at like 74 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Help me get to 100, man. I'm like 25, 26 away. Help me get to 100, man. I know when I get to 100, I'll be like, help me get to 200, but help me get to 100, man. I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. Like I said, I love doing it. And I'll be back next week, man, hopefully with more of an organized notes and an organized schedule of what I'm going to talk about. But on to Michael Flix. It's been another episode. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I'm out.